Hey, what's going on? I just realized it's been a while since I did a live stream, since New Year's. So I figure, what the heck? Let's do one now. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes for people to kind of hang on and go from there. All right, here we go. They're starting to show up. Uh, so yeah, let's. What do you want to talk about? uh, Man, all right. There's quite a few of you popping up. That's good. That's good. Um, anyway, so all right. So who do we have here so far? We have Willie Ward, Eric Paz. Eric Paz said first, but Willie Ward's message came in before him, so technically he's second. Alex de la Garza, Nell Dell, XE Fable, I guess. Spikes Protecting Equipment, Easy Stud Rack. Hey man, how you doing? Chris Martin, Bill B, Mark Has It Made. Um, yep, you got it, Mark. Um, Becky, Eric M. Dude, you spell your name wrong. Rogelio Hernandez. I used to have a really good friend named Rogelio Hernandez. I hope that's him. Uh, Red 5SB. Andrea Price, Tom Weiss, Alan Bergman. Hey, XE Fable, what is that? I'm still learning this live chat thing. And is that what they call a super chat deal? I think that's what he did. So XEPHAEL, I'm going to call him Sable. He said 99 cents. And it just popped up, like highlighted and everything. So I'm thinking that's a super chat. that if it is, that's my first one. So thank you. I'm still trying to figure this whole game out. Eric Bob, hey, he spells his name correctly. Chris Martin, what's the biggest barn door you have ever built? It's about 12,000. Yeah, that's what it is. JJ Pearson just sent $2. I think that's what it is. Super chat, man. Those things just like. I'm sorry to the rest of you, but whenever they do that super chat, the messages are like blown up all over the screen, so I can't miss it. So I guess that's a good thing. I guess that's the whole point. Sheldon says you can't see anything. Really? There's a setting that you can turn on all the messages that are coming in, so make sure you turn that on. Man, thanks. We do good work. Thank you. What's cracking, my boy? Where's all the crew? They're out working right now. I'm just, I happen to be in the office today, and I got bored, to be honest. Got bored, so I said, you know what? Let me do a live stream. And I checked to see when the last one was, and man, it was New Year's. So wow, it's been a while. So yeah, it was time. Spikes prospecting equipment. So I'm gonna show you a comment because it actually got flagged because you said big ass fan, so it flagged it. So I'm gonna go ahead and release it or show it or whatever. That's funny. Yeah, so Leroy, man, I hope he gets his fan, but it's there's been a lot of views on that video, but we don't have enough likes yet, so I hope he gets it. All right, there's wow, there's 73 of you already, so that's good. That's good. 41. Am I still shooting? Yes, I am. Jason, hey man, how you doing? Jason, what do you do, man? I can't say your last name, so I'm gonna call you Jason R. you seem to be pretty knowledgeable. I always, believe it or not, I read your comments. I comment to them every now and then, but I notice that you kind of know what's going on. So I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. You seem like a pretty smart guy. Joe Billings, you are the boss. Handle that. You should be in the office more often. Man, if you knew how much I hate being in the office, Joe, man, you have to understand. I grew up in a ranch, right? And then I started this company, and I was building metal buildings. I used to be a welder. I was a welder for like 10 years, and I was always out in the field, working cattle, patching fences, welding, baling hay, you name it. And being in the office is not, it doesn't sit well with me. So, anyway, yeah, I need to be in the office, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, I'm trying to read all your comments, guys. Hey Eric, how many builds? Some guy, how many builds do you guys have going at a time? 12. We have 12 going right now. Let me see. I'm trying to answer all your messages, guys. On Leroy's, you did sheet on side. Why not? I don't understand that comment. Sorry. Do you build in East Texas? No. Hey, network engineer. Oh man, I just had a network installed in my house. We redid the whole deal because it was pretty slow. So I went to 10 gig, and man, that makes a huge difference. I love it. Crypto Roger, I guess I am ECE. Hey, Spikes, thank you, man. He just donated $5 and says, put this on Leroy's big butt fan. Challenge to the others. There you go. That's for Leroy. All right, guys, I'm going to have to scroll to the bottom. There's a lot of messages coming in. Hey, okay. So XE Fable, or whatever his name is, he just said we need more $1 square foot concrete videos. Let's talk about that real quick. Okay, how about that? Let's talk about that. So April Fool's is coming up. As you guys know, that's my favorite holiday. If you didn't know, you know now. All right, Eric, see you, man. Julian, yes, I'm still looking for a video editor, camera guy. Anyway, so let's go back to okay, Andrea Price. We have good internet now. I don't even know who we have. It's man, you're gonna kill me for this, but it's I get 100 megabits per second, so it's fast. It's good. Okay, all right, guys. I'm getting distracted with the comments. So let me just talk about the April Fools. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen that video that I did about $1 square foot, that was an April Fool's video, right? And I need to do another one. The problem is that I kind of outdid myself with that video. It blew up. That is the most viewed video that we have on the channel. It just blew up. Okay, so I need to do another one. I have no idea what to do. I mean, how do you top that? Hey, thank you, EC Stud Rack. $10, man. I appreciate it. So these guys are doing super chats. I think that's what it is. I'm sure that's what it is. Don't ask me how to do it because I have no idea. But I know that's what they're doing. They have to be because it's popping up all over the place. But anyway, so we have to do a video for April Fools, and I have no idea what to do. I mean, this concrete thing, it just blew up. It seems like everybody that I talk to asks about the $1 square foot. Okay, but I have no idea what to do next. I thought about doing a part 2 and maybe just kind of follow the same theme and just kind of say a lot more idiotic things like I did. But I don't know. So if you guys have some ideas, think about it. Let me know, because it's gonna be hard to top that one video. I know it. All right. So Joe Billing. Well, just got a total of $17.99 super chat. Now we can get lottery tickets. Oh my God, the lottery tickets. That has been a nightmare. So we don't buy lottery tickets. I don't ever. I don't believe in it. Okay, I don't like lottery tickets. However, I thought it would be something fun, and it was. We had a ton of fun. Okay, and as you guys know, I cashed the tickets for them, and we've been trying to cash those tickets. We still haven't cashed the tickets. It's been a nightmare. And my goodness, it's. We went to go cash the tickets. They didn't have enough money to cash them. Of course, we had one for $1,000. So my wife had to drive to San Antonio to the hub or whatever they call it to get the tickets, to cash that ticket, and they had to she had to fill out a ton of paperwork and pay taxes on it and all that good stuff, which that's fine. But anyway, it's been a nightmare. So we're probably not gonna do any more lottery ticket stuff. It's just been a real nightmare. So Crypto Roger, you're in San Antonio, man. Cool. Let me see, who else? Do an April Fool's video about drawing your own blueprints and specs for a commercial job. It's so easy, anyone can do it. That's one thing that everybody thinks they can do. They'll download a free blueprint program or whatever online, and they'll draw their own plans, and they're like, I drew my own plans, and they're not to spec, they're not anyway. Yeah, so that might be a good video, I guess, about how to do your own plans, but I don't even know how to draw plans. We have someone else do our plans, so probably not a good one. What else? What else we got? All right, let's read some of the comments. When you think about building a barn out of a 4x4 square tubing, we actually use tubing. Herman, the columns are 4x4 tubing. You can do the trusses. You can do pitch or gable trusses out of square tubing. It's not a problem. Just make sure you brace it properly. You can do like this, and then one down on the bottom, a triangle, or actually two triangles back to back. But yeah, it'll work. Luis Ramírez, vivo en Houston y trabajo en residencial y aprendo de ti, amigo. Ánimo, ánimo. Gracias. I hope you can do a barn for a deer farm. Yep, we can do it. You should do a spray fart. You should go spray in the work trailer and have Leroy go in. Yeah, some guy says the lottery is a tax. Yes, I agree. Trust me, we didn't do it to make money. We did it for a group activity, and it was great. We had a ton of fun. I mean, guys, they still talk about it. They had a lot of fun, so that was great. Manny's an easy target. Yeah, man, Manny, he's great, but he's green. He's green. I'm working on him. He's a good guy. He's very hardworking, but I'm working on him. How do you seal the building other than foam? We use foam closures. Well, I guess foam, but they mix foam closures, and then we put seal tape, and yeah, so closures is kind of the answer. Prank Manny, tell him you have a job out of driving range. He'll get per diem. Hang on. Tell Manny to have a job out of driving range. He'll get per diem, and he's going to run the job. Then send him to airport for a 4:30 a.m. flight that doesn't exist. Well, you have to understand that in order to do that, we have to go cover that with cameras and stuff. So it's going to be really hard to do that. Jason, do you know about RR Buildings? Yes, I do. Kyle, um, they're good guys. I like what they do. They do a post frame construction though, which is different. But yeah, I've kind of messaged with Kyle on social media a little bit here and there. But he's actually working. He's doing a job in Texas, not too far from me. He's actually doing a job with man, what's his name? Uh, anyway, a guy that used to work with Reisinger. I keep forgetting his name. Anyway, he's doing a job in Texas, and Kyle is working. When he comes to Texas to work on that job, he's literally 30 minutes away from one of my job sites. So I've tried to meet up. Yeah, Jordan Smith. Thank you. So he's doing a job with Jordan Smith, and I try to kind of meet up with him when he's here, but they're real busy, and I get it. So he said he didn't really have time, but he said he kind of wanted to visit some of our job sites. But as you guys can imagine, he's super busy just like we are. So working out a schedule is really hard. Maybe I'll try to get him for Friday Feast or something. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to get a hold of any of these guys. Have you made, what's approximate full build time? Have you made any split levels? Yes, I have. I have made split levels, and approximate build time is about 6 months unless the job is really, really big, so, or very custom. So that's that. You guys should do a travel show for April Fool's Day. We're here with Leroy and Manny in Antarctica. On average, how much is a barn door? There is no average. So this is one that I get asked all the time, and I understand why. Okay, however, it's really hard. It's like saying how much is a pickup, you know. However, I'm gonna say the average, when people pin me down and say, you gotta give me a number, fine. I'm gonna say it's average, it's $150 a square foot for living area, okay? We built them, I mean, you guys have seen our work. We built them for a lot more than that. And we built them for less. So the average would be about 150, and they're going up, okay? Seems like every 2 weeks seems like every 2 weeks or so we get price increases from our vendors. So things are going up. Everybody thinks that our buildings are more expensive now, or not just our buildings, but Barndominiums in general, because how popular they are. No, just everything costs so much. And what people started to do now is they have gotten away from the very simple Barndominiums, and they have gotten into more detailed, more high-end Barndominiums, at least for us. As you guys see the stuff that we build, we do full custom. Anyway, they, the prices are going up because of that. But I'm okay with that. I mean, this is something that I've never said, and I kind of hinted towards this one day, and people got really upset in the comments. But I do not want to be known for building the cheapest Barndominiums. I don't even care about price in a way. Obviously we're trying to give our customers the best value, but we're not trying to be the cheapest. Because you can't. So good, cheap, and fast. Pick two. That's kind of one idea that I subscribe to. You can't have all three, right? So we're gonna be good and if we're gonna be good and fast, we're not gonna be cheap. And so anyway, as you guys saw, I'm trying to build the barn in 4 months. I'm trying to even speed up the process, but bowl cut. To answer your question, it's tragos de amargo licor. But anyway, so yeah, we're not trying to be the cheapest. we want to be known for quality, not for being the cheapest in town. So that's that. Hang on, guys. Let me take care of this real quick. Sorry. Oh, sorry. um, Eduardo says, "Can you start over?" Sure, man. Let me start right over. No problem. What's the farthest you've gone for a customer? The farthest we have gone is Texarkana. Is it Texarkana? Corsicana. It's one of those over by kind of. Actually, we've been to Waco. That's probably gonna be the farthest one, but not anymore. That was to do stained concrete, not Barndominiums. Yeah, sorry, Eric. I won't build in Bama. That's too far. So, Adrian, you say you wish we would go farther out. It's hard. It's really hard for us to go, that far out and maintain quality, because we have to verify, we have to make sure everything's done right, and when we're having to go that far out, it's really hard. Plus, we're having to get subs out there, because the subs that we typically use are not going to travel that far. So that means now we're having to train new subs. That means we have to be there even more than with our regular subs. So anyway, as you can see, it just starts to become a real nightmare. And now we're spending so much time on jobs that are far away that we are actually not taking care of the ones that are close by. So so what's going to happen is we're going to end up finding jobs farther away and losing jobs close to home, which is not going to make sense. So anyway, Oscar Jr., is it true that the earth is flat? I don't believe so. I've been on an airplane, man. It's not. Do I build fish ponds? Well, technically we do. We did a pool on Barndo 163, so I guess that could be a fish pond. Energy cost for an AC on a Barndominium. Okay, so that's a good question. We have a Barndominium. This is a customer that kind of got back to us, and 3,500 square feet, and their average monthly electric bill is $130. So they're very efficient. Where can I get this done? In Pierce County, Washington State. Man, I have no idea. Hey, here's another question that I get all the time for some reason. So people ask us if we go, I don't know, you name it, Amarillo, right? Like, would you come to Amarillo? No, we won't. Sorry. So then they'll go, well, who do you recommend in Amarillo? I don't know. I don't know anyone. You know what I mean? And I understand people are gonna ask just in case, but I really don't know anybody. I'm pretty useless when they ask me that question. But anyway, I'm sorry. Mark Robles, they are welded. He's asking if our buildings are bolt ups or welded. They're welded. They are custom built, so yeah, they're not a kit. Where can I find air duct that will be exposed? Talk to your HVAC contractor. Those guys get them all day long. Bamboo, you guys need to go global. Oh man, that's a big dream. What would we call it in Mexico? El Barndominium. Solar panels. Okay. Ask her of stupid questions. That's actually not a stupid question. So Barndominiums, not Barndominium, solar panels. They, I think they're getting to the point that we're probably going to be able to start seeing more of them. My house, which I built, oh man, I'm gonna say 6 years ago now. It is wired for solar panels, but it's not. At the time, it was not a good return on my investment, so we ended up not getting the solar panels. But it's wired. It's ready to go. We have the meter that reads both ways. You know, the smart meter, and we have the disconnect. I mean, everything's ready to go. We just didn't do it. So I think, I don't know, maybe this year, next year, we're probably gonna. I don't know. I'm still thinking about getting some solar panels for my house. Maybe the Tesla stuff looks pretty good. The Tesla wall. But I don't know. I need to look into it a little more. But y el Manny ya aprendió a usar el marro. No, not yet. He's working on it. He's working on it. But anyway, you know, it's solar panels. I think we're gonna get there eventually, but not now. Anyway, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're at 85,000 subscribers, so we're getting there. Our second story, oh, here's a good question by Lindsay. Our second story is usually much cheaper per square foot than the first floor. It depends. The short answer is yes. However, you have to, so the reason second stories are cheaper is because you already have all the infrastructure, right? You have the slab, you have everything. And all you have to do is pay for the subfloor and then pay for a taller building. However, where people really kind of lose all the benefits is, instead of, let's just say you have 1,000 square feet on the first floor or 1,500 square feet, they go up, but they'll only use about 600 square feet on the second floor. Well, they paid for everything to go up, for the slab, for the framing, everything. So square feet is a terrible way to price houses, but yeah, it is cheaper to go second story, but only if you use up all the square feet. Otherwise, you kind of end up being a wash. You're not going to save much money. Do you build shell-only houses? Yeah, we can just do the shell. The shell, we do slab, metal building, windows, and doors, and that's it. You take care of everything else. Keep in mind that your county will raise your property taxes if you go solar. Man, that's great. Yeah, they don't skip a beat, do they? They're gonna get you on taxes anytime, any chance they get. That was one reason the Barndominiums were real popular. People were paying less in taxes, but not so much anymore. They caught on, and now they're just as expensive as a house. What I found funny was people were always trying to convince the bank that Barndominiums were worth a lot of money so they could get the loan. And then they would turn around and try to convince the county that the Barndominium wasn't worth a lot of money so they could save on taxes. I always found that so funny, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? What kind of price per square foot on a shell? Let me repeat that. What kind of price per square foot on a shell? I don't know. I don't know what size you want, how many windows, how many doors, how tall, you know, pitch. There's so much that goes into that. But so I don't know. I would need a set of plans. Remember, guys, we do not have kits. You know, everything's custom built. You know, so I can't. You know, people always ask for square foot prices, and it's really hard. What are the? Is there any land? Is there any land where you build where the soil allows for basement? I'm sure. I mean, there is so many. I mean, there's hardly any basements here in Texas. So, I mean, but I'm sure. I mean, I've never done one. We actually did, back when I was just doing concrete, we actually did concrete. The customer was doing a basement, and we came and put concrete right on top of that. But we've never done a basement ourselves. So this is funny. All the big ass fun questions are getting flagged by YouTube for inappropriate content. Big ass fan update. I guess you're asking about Leroy's. It's going. We only have 4 days left, and I don't think he's at 3,500, I believe. Let me check. Let me check where Leroy's at. Okay. Where are we at? Well, went to the wrong screen. Hang on, I'll find it. Where are we at with Leroy? Where are we at? Sorry, this is taking way too long. All right, Leroy. Let's get Leroy.
How about Leroy's Barnum?
He said 2,400 likes. So, oh man, yeah, I better tell everybody that you know to get on here and help Leroy out, because it's not looking too good. If I use your plan since I'm so far away, do I get your advice and inspection free? No, that's not how that works. Billy Laptop, thank you, Billy. He just did a $10 super chat. Man, I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna say this because this is what I'm noticing. Anybody that does a super chat, it really pops up. So if you have a question, it says, I really enjoy your channel and the cast of characters. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, we do extensive interviews before we hire anyone, and except Manny. Manny, I hired him on the spot, believe it or not. So I had a good feeling for him, and I hired him on the spot. So that was good. But anyway, these super chats, they pop up like huge on the screen. So if you have a very important question you want me to see, I'm sorry to say this, but your best bet is to do a super chat. That way I can see it, because those just pop up huge on the screen. I cannot miss it. Anyway, let's see. Have you seen any other evidence on the post-tension slabs cracking? Are they holding up well? They are holding up very well. However, we are no longer doing post-tension. And I need to do a video on that but I'll tell you guys why. Post-tension is great. I actually like it a lot. However, it is a nightmare to take care of it or to get it done, because so post-tension versus rebar, okay? Rebar, we put the rebar in and pour the concrete, okay? And the next day you can pull off the forms. You can actually, if it's in the summer, you can actually pull off the forms on the same day. And we plaster the slab, pick everything up, and we're gone, all right? We're done. Post-tension, you actually have to, on post-tension, you actually have to pour. You cannot pull the forms off that day because the anchors are nailed to the forms, okay? So it'll break off. So you pour the concrete. You have to wait minimum of 24 hours. So you have to come back the next day and pull off the forms. And now you have to wait 7 days for them to post-tension or to tension the cables, okay? After those 7 days, the engineers will come out, or the post-tension people will come and stretch the cables, right? And then we have to get the engineer to come and look at them. However, they will not allow you to schedule it until you have proof that they have been stretched, okay, the cables. So 7 days later, 7 to 10 days, they'll tension the cables. Then the engineer has to go out there, right? However, since we couldn't schedule them ahead of time, they're going to take 2 to 3 days before they can go out there. So now we're at 13 to 16 days after we poured the foundation. And then after the engineer has verified that they have been tensioned correctly, then we have to get the post-tension guys to go back and cut them off, which is another 3. So some of these were going into a month before we could do anything. So it was just a huge delay, and we just got to the point where it's like, all right, we're gonna have to go back to rebar. And I'm going to start testing fiber. I'm gonna, in addition to the rebar. So that's coming on the channel. I'm gonna test the fibers. Jesus Hernandez is asking, boring or multi-quip? Boring, man, hands down. Hands down. Not even close. Boring for sure. Are you hiring? I'd be good for you. Mr. T. Yes, I am. I need a video editor. Any word on Barndo Bros t-shirts? Barndo Bros t-shirts. I don't know what that is. What is that, Jason? What type of AC units do you use? We use, God dang it. We just, Amana. Amana is what we're using. That's what it is. Merch, baby, merch. Okay, some guy, that's a good question. Let me tell you why. So I have asked them, I said, okay, why don't you guys, why don't you tell me what day you're going to tension the cables, right? Let's just say you show up at 10 a.m. I can schedule the engineer to be there by noon and approve it, and then once you approve it, they can cut them off. Simple, right? Nope. They just will not do it because they said, well, what if something happens? Then this, that, and the other. So they, trust me, I've been pulling my hair out trying to make that work because it makes sense, right? But yeah, common sense is not common. So yeah. Anyway, I've exhausted my patience with that, with how inefficient that process is. And anyway, I'm to the point where I'm like, let's just go back to rebar, and we'll add fiber. Fiber and concrete is the future in construction that I can see Texas Barno switching to. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try it anyway. Solomon Colors, when I was up there in California, they have a fiber that you actually cannot see. And now, that's when they had my attention, right? Because obviously fiber, you see it, and that's a problem. But they have some really good stuff that you can't see. So we're gonna try that. Anyway, how long? My goodness, 38 minutes. So I better get out of here. You guys have any other questions? You better fire away right now, because I'm gonna shut this down in about 5 minutes. So how many of you guys are early morning persons? Because I was literally thinking of doing this chat right now. I was thinking about doing it this morning. Because, I was like, man, I'll just do it at like 6 a.m. But I thought, man, everybody's probably asleep. Unless you're in the East Coast. Somebody asked about Dave Ramsey. Where was it? I'm telling you guys, these comments go so fast. And okay, Brad Southern, he goes, how did the Dave Ramsey interview impact your channel? Noticeable increase in viewers? No, not at all. Not at all. But that was not the purpose. But yeah, I was actually surprised by that. It didn't even make a difference at all. Is my house bigger than Dave Ramsey's? I doubt it. I don't know. My house is 10,000 square feet if I add everything up. So I don't know how big his is. Eric Bob says it impacted Dave's channel. I hope it did. Dripping Springs, yes, we build in Dripping Springs. Have I done radiant floor heating? Yes, my house actually has radiant heating. We've done a few. What part of Texas do I work? 100-mile radius from San Antonio. I'm asleep. Marshall. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Why don't you use radiant? We do. Anyway, all right, 2 more. Wendy's. What did you hear? What year did you start using foam? I'm pretty sure that's not the actual Wendy's restaurant, but from day one, 2014, I think, is when we started the company, and the first one had foam, and I've never looked back. There was one customer that asked me to do fiberglass insulation in the shop, and he hated it. He hated it. But anyway, so I'm glad we didn't do it in the house. All right. We will see you guys later. Okay. There's a lot of comments coming in, but I gotta go. I'm sorry. I guess I need to do more live chats, right? Would you guys agree to that? Anyway, Eric Bob, because of your channel, I'm addicted to Dave Ramsey. That's good, man. Good job. I can honestly tell you that is the best thing that my wife and I have ever done that has changed our lives. So, Dave Ramsey's a good dude, man. All right, we will see you guys later. All right, we are Texas Barndominiums. Give us a thumbs up. Go help Leroy out. He's gonna need that help. All right, I don't know how to turn this thing off. Here it is. All right, I found it. We'll see ya. Take care. Have a good weekend.